What's up, everybody? A Spare with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Space Engineers. When we left off, we had been improving the Ptolemy Mark II, which is coming along nicely. Side note, I did notice this. We seem to have another mining hauler heading our way. So naturally, I'm kind of thinking of going for it, since it's already heading in this direction. I don't entirely know how this is going to work. I've got the solar panels set up to where it seems like I can fly pretty decently with them on. What I don't know... Okay, we don't have that long if we go to battery. So we really should only use battery if we're in a situation where the solar panels aren't getting sunlight, because we seem to be able to do okay with the solar panels as long as we're not doing too crazy maneuvers. Seemed to when I use more than one, well actually when I'm using the large thrusters at all it goes into overload mode, but you know. I'll admit I'm not entirely positive as to what the overload type thing is for, or if it's ultimately for like a future part of the engine, because when you overload it doesn't really seem to stop it from functioning. So it kind of makes me a little confused as to what its real purpose is. Let's see, can we just point down? Oh, we're gonna lose our light, aren't we? Oh no, we're pretty good at the moment. Where is the sun? Sun's over there. So are all of these still getting full sun? They are. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. There's only one working engine at a time. Because if you'll notice, if I'm holding back and then hit up, the thrust diminishes greatly from the upward thrusters. That's interesting. It's an interesting mechanic. Okay, now I don't know. Which way are you moving? We're gonna go ahead and turn our chain gun on just for the moment. Are we still getting full? I think so, yeah. Okay, so... let's move over a little. Again, we're having kind of the age-old issue of getting close, but not... Wait a minute, hauler. Oh, this is a different ship. I was thinking it was one that I've got right now. This is a different one. Okay. Oh good, it was targeting the gun. I'm gonna take it over real quick, see if we can't take that gun out. I hope I'm hitting it. Oh, there's 3 guns. And there's rockets. Interesting. I was not prepared for this at all. Not prepared for this at all. You know what, gun? You take over. Ooh, don't hit my solar panels. Go to battery. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Oh, look at all the panels. Oh, and the ore. Yeah. I kind of want to see this... Oh, wait, we lost our gun. Oh, no. That's not good at all. That's not gonna fly. Yeah, we have no... Yeah. Wrong ship. Okay, so note to self, mining hauler. Different than, what was the one that this one was? I thought it was a mining hauler, was it not? I'm just using the front ship as a shield. Ah! Dang it, I can't even pull off a kamikaze routine right. Oh, there went the yep, nope, nope. Okay, so note to self, don't do that. Hopefully it doesn't get too close to us, because it's coming towards us, but I think it's gonna go like that way, I hope. Because we are not equipped to handle that with our one little gun turret. So what I really wanted to work on, that kind of showed up just out of nowhere. What I really wanted to work on today is expanding the back part of the Mark II here. I actually managed to get rid of the business shipment and the private sale completely. They are gone. And all their components are in my containers over here, as well as a lot of them being in the solar panels. And as you could tell, the solar panels work, but we're not really an optimum level. We're not really at that point where it's fully functioning, we're not overloaded, anything like that. So it's a work in progress, we're still gonna continue. I am thinking of making like drones for drilling and grinding or something over actually equipping the ship itself, mostly because of the solar panels here. It's not impossible, but it would make it difficult to put, to get it through an asteroid with drills, because you would have to basically have enough drills to protect the solar panels from going through a tunnel. You couldn't just do like this fork clump here and make drill, you know, that wouldn't work because it's not going to protect the solar panels. So we'll work on that at some point. I'm open to your thoughts as to... I'm open to you guys' thoughts as to whether or not that makes sense or not. But I'm thinking of making, like, two small... I don't know about grinding. The grinding part we'd probably be okay with if this was all grinders or something. But the drills... drills may not work. We may have to make, like, a separate drone for drillers. And I've had a couple people mention turning the Mark I here into a driller, a drone type thing, like a shuttle, and that's not a bad idea. The only problem with that is it's redundant, as far as if we make this our big ship with refineries and med bays and all that stuff, we don't really need a drilling ship or drone or whatever to have all of that stuff, so it's just taking up extra room. I would rather do... even if we made it a large ship still, I would rather do one that has just drills and storage and thrusters and batteries and so on and so forth, without actually having, like, you know, the refinery, the assembler, you know, all that stuff. So, there's that. So we may or may not deal with that. I'm really thinking more... The odds are this will just end up getting scrapped and added to the pile of resources over... Man, that thing is still just trucking towards us. It's making me a little bit nervous because it tore our face up before. Though... It still kind of looks like it's going that way, and as long as we're under... or we're over 1,000 meters, as long as it doesn't get closer than 1,000, I think it's out of range of its weapons, so... but anyways... Back to the good stuff. So, what I want to do is, for now, let's just grab a bunch of steel. Because what I'd like to do is... Wait a minute. What is this attached to exactly? I think these are attached to the thrusters. And if that's the case, then that means... Okay. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is we don't want to have to move the cargo containers. The first two aren't really a big deal. We could take everything and move it into the front one and tear these... Oh, 4. So the first 3 aren't bad. So as long as we could move everything to the front one and then tear these down and everything like that, but I don't... Actually, that's not a terrible idea, now that I think about it, because of this reason. It seems like the general consensus, anyway, is that everyone's okay with the grinding, weldings, and inventory tweaks that I did in the last episode to where we're running at the max amount, which is great for me because it means I can get more done faster and not have to worry about it as much. So we've got all of our stuff here. So it would be container 4 we wanted to move everything to, because that would be the front one. But somebody mentioned, and I did not know this, to be careful if I decided to take my inventory space down, because storage containers and overall how much something can carry... I don't know about everything, like assemblers, but the storage containers, their volume is determined by the inventory. So if you'll recall, before I changed this, I believe the large cargo containers can carry about 350,000 liters, if that's... I think that's actually what they're measuring in, of space, and now it's at 1.25 million. So you can tell that the storage containers themselves go up based on your inventory. So because of that, yay, it's finally moving away. Slowly. Okay, wait, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Maybe, I don't know. Is that a military escort up in the top right? I think so. I don't really like that they have the antennas on. You can't really read what's going on. Anyways, so a few people suggested taking out, like, or moving the storage crates and expanding the front. My thought, or no, just moving the front and, you know, whatever. My thought was if I actually moved and expanded the front part, I would end up having to move cargo containers because I'd have to tear them out and move them up to the front. So my theory was if I just expanded the back, this could stay the front, and you would just have more back here. Which isn't a horrible idea. However, I have just been thinking that we tore down 2 ships, and we're at 216, and it can hold 1.25 million. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to move all of that stuff to this back one so it's a little bit safer than the front. And I'm just going to keep 2 containers, tear these 2 out, and we might be able to use the inside space. Well, there's nothing in this one, so let's test my experiment here. So if we were to tear this down, we would get all of this room on the inside without actually having to expand the ship at the moment, which is cool. I should not have done that, however, because now there's nothing connecting those. Darn it. Alright, so I'm going to move everything over there. It might be a little tedious, so I'm going to pause it, and we'll be back when that's done. Okay, so, as you can see, we have cleared out 2 containers. All of our stuff is now in container 3. Apparently minus the assembler. I don't know why that's in there. So this gives us some room to work with. Not a ton, but some. And I did manage to clear out a couple of blocks here, just in case, depending on how we want to lay this out. So the first thing is first, obviously. We need to get some basic machinery going. So we'll need... Tell you what, let's see if there's any modded ones. We do have modded refineries. This one actually requires more motors, which is odd. This one requires less of everything, which is great. Well, I think it's less of everything. Except for steel, which we have plenty of. I'm not a fan of the broken down one, so let's grab this. And then... assembler. That one's only for small ships, so... Okay, passenger. Okay, so we're pretty much stuck with this assembler, unfortunately. I think. Unless there's something that it's not named an assembler. Wasn't there something that was called, like, not the hover bike one, mining equipment. Wasn't there one that was called, like, a fabricator or something, maybe? Collector, belt. I don't know if those actually work. If they do, that's pretty awesome. Tunnel bore, crane cab, vehicle cab. Here's the new refinery. Is it fabricator, maybe? Let's check what you need here. We need 64, 8, 10, 31, 10. 4, 8, 12. Yeah, okay. So the stats are almost exactly as far as the... Though it's a bigger block. That's only a 1 by 2, or 1 by 1 by 2, depending on how you've got it set up. This one is a 4 by 4, or 2 by 2, sorry. So I don't really think I want to use that one. That sucker's huge. That's not gonna work. Okay, scratch that. Give me one of these. Okay, that'll work. So again, we don't have a lot of room to work with, but we do have room. Somewhat. And we might be able... If I can stand this up, will it fit? Is it a... It won't fit? I really thought it was 3. Just out of curiosity, let me... It's 1, 2, 3... Okay, it is 4 tall. Actually... It's not 5, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, okay. So it wasn't all the way up... Oh, it's not all the way up against it. Interesting. Okay. So... That means... I gotta remember where the ports are, though. That we've got a port there, one there... There's one there, one there. So, were we to put it like this? Oops. Wrong one. If we were to put it like this, but do that, we'd have a direct line there. It would connect to the reactor, so the reactor would still be on the conveyor system. That's good. And the assembler could go here. And then all we'd need to do is put... Actually, well... What is this? 250, 120, 50. Okay. There's a T-junction in the conveyor mod that I'm wondering if it's any cheaper. So that's 6 points. Where's the... I just need a T. S point X. There it is. T converter. Oh, that's only for small ships. Where's this one? This one's the T. 4, 10, 12, 60, 22. Actually, I think the conveyor would be cheaper. Yeah, we're gonna go with the conveyor for this one. So we'll put that there. Actually, let me grab what I need for this first. Let me pause it a second again. Okay, so we got everything that we needed. This should set everything up. I just wanted to... It took me a minute to go through and figure out all the components that I needed to have and everything, so I wanted to make sure that was simple and easy. Okay, I am gonna have to turn it off, though. Oh, I didn't leave myself a way out. That's good. Okay. Let me go ahead and turn these two off, though. Control panel, assemblers off, especially since they're not... Well, they really shouldn't be doing anything. What are they doing? What are these two doing? Assembler doesn't have anything in it. Good. Refinery... Oh, it just pulled stuff in. Oh, okay, that sucks. I mean, it doesn't, but it does. Alright. So we have an assembler, we have a refinery in the Mark III, which is good. I also found out the hard way that I cannot remove this block, or the battery floats away, at least at the moment. The next step that I need is a med bay. That's kind of my... wow. Just freeze, why don't we? Inventory? Thank you. Let's go all blocks, med, see what we've got to our large medical scan. Oh, that's large size medical room. New SF medical bay. That looks like a couch more than it does a medical bay. Medium rockets, blah 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 blah, that's not what I need. Medical bed, but I don't know if that does the same thing or not. So this is almost identical, except that the bottom numbers don't need as much. Dude, this straight up looks like a couch. Alright, where to put it? Where to put it? Where to put it? How about right here? And there's a reason for that in a second, if I can get to my welder. That didn't really do anything. Let me actually put this block back, because I'm going to need it here in a second. I'm going to remove this control station in favor of let's see. Oh wait, this wasn't... I couldn't find it in here. There's a few different ways we can do this. The cockpit, like this one, small open. I don't remember what that one looks like. But there is a new mod that I added, CodeCats. And it's got this cool looking one that's just a stationary, stand there kind of thing, which I kind of liked. Oh, small open cockpit not available. So we got 3. And again, everything's the same except this one's cheaper, so we're going to go with it. So now we'll have kind of an openness that we can actually walk in here. I may put like a catwalk or something here, and we'll have all of this stuff accessible. Let me go ahead and, since we're almost out of time, finish this up and then we'll end this, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, so we're pretty much done for this episode, I think, but check this out. Oh, look at that! We can walk! I put a gravity generator down there. We're probably going to put like a block here, maybe, just for now, just so that it doesn't look like that's hanging there. It'll just make it look better. And for now, I'm going to put one here as well. It probably won't stay there, but you know. So we have our med bay, we have a refinery, we have an assembler, and an out-of-the-way control console. So that's all well and good. We're making progress. I put one of these text panels up because I remembered them being in one of the updates that they were adding a text panel, but I was thinking that whatever you typed showed up on the thing like a monitor, and that doesn't seem to be the case, as I have a title and I have some text in there, but it's not showing anything. So I'm going to have to play around with that. I was thinking for programmable blocks that would make things easier, that you could look at your code and things like that, but I guess not. So that's, I think, going to wrap things up for this episode. Let me know what you guys think, thoughts on ideas of where to go from here. I may or may not use them, but no thought is a bad idea. So, voice them without restraint. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you guys next time. Peace!